Since the early 2000s, I've almost constantly been in contact with MSI products, since it so happened that every company I'd worked for would become an MSI distributor. So for almost a decade, I was exclusively using MSI motherboards and graphics cards, and then haven't touched anything MSI labeled in a long time. A lot has happened since then, and MSI has shifted focus to laptops than to gaming products, and the only constant is that motherboards and graphics cards would remain what the company is best known for. For years back, MSI has had a nice portfolio of monitors, which are a part of their gaming line of products, but unfortunately those weren't available on all European markets. We finally got a chance to test one of these, a very fresh new eSports model, with a reasonable price. At around $330, this monitor offers a WQHD resolution, 27-inch rapid IPS panel with 165Hz refresh rate, NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility, and a bunch of gaming-specific options. All this is not something we have not seen before on other models, but let's see how the MSI does it and what their Optix G273QF monitor has to offer over its competition. First visual impression is that this is a fairly minimalistically styled model, which somewhat reminds us of some AOC models we've tested. The stand base is V-shaped, made completely of metal, with two angled blades, which looks pretty good compared to some similar solutions, though it does take up some space on your desk. The rest of the stand is very compact and made of plastic, and while small dimensions may make it look elegant, it is at the expense of ergonomics, since the panel adjustment supports only back and forward tilt from -5 to 20 degrees, while the swivel, pivot and height adjustments are completely absent. On a smaller monitor this would not be a problem, but on 27 inches it is a bit limiting, which may be a deal breaker for some users. Fortunately, there's a VESA 100x100 mount, which will allow you to use a third-party monitor arm and get the extra flexibility. With the exception of the metal base, the entire monitor is made of a very dark grey textured matte plastic, with a few piano black glossy details like an MSI logo on the front and a dragon logo and a diagonal line on the back, and some additional detail with a brushed metal look. This type of design fits the current trend of gaming monitors trying to look gaming with no flashy or red details, but in a more subtle, discreet way. Both approaches have their fans, so let us know which one you like better, RGB flashy or this black on black one. The panel is surrounded by standard super thin bezels and about 5mm of additional margin on top and both sides, while the bottom bezel is fairly wide and due to slanted edges may look like it's curved, which is just an optical illusion. The monitor's menu is controlled by a mini joystick, our favorite method, and with no additional keys. Actually, there is a power key below the right bottom edge of the panel, and we feel like it wasn't necessary and could have been assigned to the mini joystick as well. Menu navigation is fairly simple and intuitive, with a vertical list of options and two sub-menu columns, which looks clean and allows you to set anything fast. Since there are no additional keys, each of the 4 directions on the mini joystick can be assigned a shortcut of your choice, which will be especially useful for gaming. Like many other gaming models, MSI G273QF offers gaming options such as crosshair display, timer alarm, refresh rate and additional info display, so by mapping them to a shortcut you can have easy access and call them up at any time, even during the game. Beside those, there is also a feature called Night Vision, which is an equivalent to Black Equalizer and similar solutions, and is meant to provide a better vision in dark parts of the scene, so for instance to make spotting opponents hiding in the shadows easier. Night Vision is different though, cause instead of a slider that raises the black level, you can choose normal, strong and strongest presets, as well as an AI option which makes the monitor assess the required level depending on the screen content during the game, which actually works pretty well if you like using this type of feature in the first place. As for the gaming performance, MSI G273QF seems very well rounded. Somewhat higher resolution of 2560 by 1440 pixels is a perfect choice for a 27-inch panel in terms of image sharpness, and a good compromise between the higher hardware requirements and the higher level of detail compared to Full HD. Panel refresh rate is 165Hz, which especially in this resolution is usually high enough for most gaming PCs, except for the really powerful ones which can keep the FPS above 165 in most demanding games at WQHD resolution. Like most current gaming monitors, this model supports both FreeSync and G-Sync variable refresh rate standards officially, so both offer a pretty flawless experience. We've measured the input lag of 8.8 milliseconds, which is very good, so the performance while gaming is what you would expect on a monitor with an MSI eSports branding. Speaking of input, you do get two HDMI 2.0 ports and one DisplayPort 1.2, which is the only one that allows you to use the maximum refresh rate and G-Sync. There are no integrated speakers or USB ports, but there is a headphone jack, so you can connect your set directly to the monitor, assuming you use an external microphone for in-game communication. As we've seen on some recent IPS gaming models, this type of panel has improved greatly, so the rapid IPS, as MSI calls it on this model, delivers a very fast response time, although perhaps not the fastest we've seen on the latest generation. The good thing is that panel overdrive was tuned really good, so with the option set to fast, it is almost ideal at maximum refresh rate, with just a slight hint of ghosting on normal and a very slight overshoot on fastest setting. MSI had of course also implemented their version of backlight strobing called MPRT in order to improve the response time, which is effective, but again not the best we've seen, with a very prominent inverse ghosting and the doubling of moving objects. This, coupled with the fact that you can't use MPRT together with variable refresh rate, makes this option have almost zero practical use. As for the image that MSI G273QF delivers, the maximum measured brightness of 362.8 nits is well above the rated 300, with a fairly standard black level for an IPS of 0.3 nits. 1200:1 contrast is very good for an IPS, and MSI also implements an HDCR option, which controls the global backlight level and is able to drop the black level as low as 0.06 nits, expanding the effective contrast to 6000:1. Of course, don't expect miracles from this, because it only allows for a better use of monitor's native contrast, especially when transitioning from dark to light areas, but it is definitely usable, just like the AI night vision, which you can use simultaneously. Outside of gaming though, we recommend turning these options off to get more natural image. Speaking of natural, this is not a monitor that delivers a particularly accurate color display, since the best measured delta deviation was only 4.4 in user mode. Too bad, since the excellent viewing angles of an IPS, as well as the absolutely impressive wide color gamut coverage of 94.9% of DCI-P free gamut, make this monitor an excellent candidate for some professional use, but that will require a professional calibration. We should note that the specimen we've tested, which was not cherry-picked but taken from retail, had a fairly good backlight uniformity, no backlight bleeding along the edges, and a moderate amount of IPS glow, or very solid for an IPS panel. In conclusion, MSI Optix G273QF is a new generation gaming monitor, which may not be the best in any aspect, except for the wide color gamut where it reigns supreme, but that brings very solid gaming performance, low input lag, higher resolution than the usual Full HD, great viewing angles, and a refresh rate that will be high enough for most users. At around $330 US, this MSI model presents a valid option, with some strong points that might be a deciding factor for some users. As always, let us know in the comments below what you think of this monitor, and what you feel are its good and bad sides. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and maybe consider subscribing to our channel for more interesting tech content. You were watching Bench House, my name is Ivan, and I'll see you next time.